Guys, I'm Jeff the Homestead Dad, and welcome to Homestead. Today, doing something that's been long overdue. There's a bunch of T-posts, and there's some shelters we made out of big 330 gallon water totes that I want to bring up here for our current pigs that we had used for the pink pigs that we got a long time ago. I'll try to leave a link to some of those videos up here or there. I forget where we were. Anyway, we're getting this out of the way of the tractor. I'll show you what I've got rigged up to hopefully make this go quickly and easily. We'll see if it works. Hold this up so we can drive it under. There's rain coming. It's only going to rain for a little bit to start, and then there's more rain coming. So rather than this get rained on, I wanted to move it out of the way. So normally with T-posts, I'll just kind of wiggle them around and then muscle them out. And it works fine. You get your workout and don't have to do upper body for the day. But with I'll show you when we get down there, but we kind of put T-posts in the cages for the totes to hold them down. So we're not gonna have any room to wiggle them out. What I think I'm gonna do is this little bracket is a target holder to hang targets from a T-post. You can see it's got that shape of a T-post. What I've done is I've used some shackles to connect it to this chain. I'm going to slide this over, and then when we pull up, it won't be big enough to go up. We'll then take the rest of this chain, loop it around the bucket, and hopefully I can just pop them out with the bucket like really, really quickly. That's the plan. Let's go give it a shot and see if it works. Okay, parking brake off. Turn it on. Bucket up. There's no attachment on the back. So forward, put it in third gear, and we'll just let off the clutch. Come around the edge there. Make sure we don't hit the refrigerator here. Swap out where the golf cart is and where the mower, so we can just back the tractor straight in before winter, so when we have to plow I don't have to worry about all that garbage. So, you want to ride? Put it in fourth gear and head down there. So this was one of the panels that when we loaded up the pink pigs, it funneled them right down into here, and here's where we parked the trailer. Jacob's just cutting the twine off of those. We'll pop out these. We'll take the tarp off. We'll pop off this panel, and then we'll come over here. Let me show you. Actually, there's a shovel here. See, shovel that was left down here. Also, I don't know how dumb turkeys are. They must have found their way in here. See them over there? The fact that they're down here is not dumb. It's fine. They can eat whatever they want. The other four came back, and when I was feeding some spent grain to the animals, they came running back. These two wanted to, but couldn't find their way out. And I was like, I wonder where the other two are. And I'm all the way over by the barn, and I look out. Oh, there's just two over here. Oh, yeah, four over there, two over here. And you could just see their heads going back and forth along the fence here. Like, how do we get over? How do we get over? So this one wouldn't be as bad because there's no cage around it. You can see we could just kind of shake this thing around and pop it out. I'm still going to try to use the bucket because if that works, all the better. But these ones, you can see I don't have a whole lot of room because we wanted the pigs not to be able to push this. So there's the two in back and one in front. Same thing on that one. Hopefully we can pop these right out. Everything is good. And then we can start taking some of the stuff back, some of the cinder blocks and stuff like that, back up by the barn because I have some uses for those things up there. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. obviously have more fence to take down. The field fence, we need to nip off the wire ties, and we still need to cut off all of the, we used baling twine on the panels. Don't have time for that now. The reason that I want to get this done immediately, because we lost one of our piglets last night. It was a, I don't know, 4-month-old piglet, so decent size. I think the reason is it was getting cold and they all wanted to be in one of these, the one that we have in there. So I'm going to take all of these and put them in there, so they will all have plenty of space to stay. That's the plan anyway. Somebody doesn't want to wait for the tractor, so he's just pulling it back. We'll see how long he lasts. That's a lot of work. Now this is where we have our bricks staged. We put our T-posts over here. You can see there's a different length down under here. The grass has grown over. I need to torch it. Same thing there. So for those of you who don't know, leaves of 3, but this is raspberry. This is wild grape, but you can see leaves of 3 but raspberry. This right here is leaves of 3, and this is poison ivy. So poison ivy right next to wild grape, more poison ivy over there. You can see in the fall like this, it gets to that, turns kind of red, and you can see there on the stem, the vine kind of gets those little fingers, little tendrils. But let's take the tractor back and go pick up the totes, the pig totes, and get those moved in so that they have more shelter space. They're coming forward. Towards me. That other one back, since it's got nothing to grab onto. That's the one you should have pushed back, because it doesn't have the cage. Oh, we're racing? No fair. Mine's swinging. Coming down. Watch out. So you guys can see it's bent, which is I kind of figured was gonna happen. I'll probably take a sledgehammer to it and try to straighten it back out so I can use it for hanging targets on T-posts. But I thought it worked really well. Or maybe I just use this one for pulling them out and I buy some more for hanging targets. Anyway, Jacob's over there. He's tossing out wood. So if any of you guys have pigs, you know how destructive the pigs are. In fact, I'm gonna leave that shackle in there. Pigs are super duper destructive. So we've made several shelters for them. They've destroyed them all. So far, these 330 gallon tote, they've worked out pretty well. We've been running a burn barrel lately because I've got a project I'm going to show you in another video. So I'll show you why I've been running the burn barrel, but we've been having it going for like the last, I don't know, maybe even a week. And we have been burning stuff like mad, and that's all the ash that's in there. Not even a third of the barrel is filled up. But while he's in there, we're gonna have him throw a bunch of this stuff out. We'll start burning it, and then yeah, so this worked well. Now they've got, I'm gonna put that one more, I'm just gonna lift it in. It's nothing worth showing. I'm coming to you from the future. I wanted to use the last of the wood chips. We had a big pile of wood chips right over there. Had a tree delivery or tree trimming service come and dropped off 3 loads of wood chips, and we'd use some for several different projects. Well, the piglets have been getting out, which hadn't been a huge deal, but now that the grass is stopping to growing and they're pooping all over the yard, I wanted them in here. So what I did was I put a bunch of the wood chips along here on the inside and the outside so they can't wiggle their way underneath the fence panels anymore. And then we put some of the wood chips in each of the shelters, and we switched this up. So now this goes all the way over there. I was a little bit worried. Jacob had packed this up a little bit high, that they might be able to try to jump their way out of here. So we put this over here, but you can see it's nice and cozy in here. Should be even pretty cozy in winter. So just wanted to show you that. So also I had moved some dirt when we were doing the grading over this way, and I'd put a little pile here. Don't need it here anymore, so this is the last little bit of it. I'm gonna shovel this into here, go put it all the way down there where the pew target is, and call that good. And then I think I'm gonna go out hunting with little fella Jonah. So now back to your regularly scheduled closing of the video. Nothing worth showing, but they'll have 4 shelters of these 330 gallon IBC totes. There's tons. So this is one of the uses that you can find for these. These are non-food grade. These are, they had something chemical in it. I cleaned it out as best I could, power washed it. And I'm not putting feed in there. The animals are fine. You can see it's been caked with dirt and there's straw in it. I feel totally comfortable that this is fine. Would I want to drink drinking water out of there? Even if I power washed it, probably not. But to have them in there, I think we're perfectly good. So this is a use. If you can find somebody giving these away and you've got animals, you can power wash it out and use this as a hutch for sheep, for goats. They get used all the time for calves. And what some people will do is they'll take the cage off like this. They'll cut a quarter of the cage off and then use this part for the calf and the cage for keeping it in there. And they just kind of like zip tie it together. So it works out well. But now they're going to have plenty of space to get out of the weather, to kind of stay warm, and hopefully they don't have to dogpile on each other and make a mess out of stuff. So that's the plan. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We really appreciate it. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, go join the Homestead Dad Facebook group. And we'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.
Thank you.